initiates for the flame. You are now programmed to drop dem draws. Have you been maintaining your flame?
You underestimated your child. You underestimated your child. You underestimated your child.
I have a 9 to 5. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You work hard, you have money. I get it. I need an entrepreneur. I need somebody that understands my mindset. Somebody that has the same lifestyle.
My finances, like the budgeting. You see how I am nitpicking every little thing. Never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid.
Yeah.
I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account, but just my finances. Like,
Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. I get it. They work hard. I used to have a 9 to 5. Nothing is wrong. Nothing.
I need to hear what do they have to have? Older? What's the
Older.
age?
He can't have a 9 to 5.
we were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like,
Yo, you dating?
I mean, I'm trying to. If any watching that love guide, no, seriously, my DMs are open. I check them every day. Keep trying. If I have not gotten back to you, I will check, please. Oh my.
B. Simone, in my opinion, she is trying so hard to be the man that she cannot get into a relationship with.
Peace to the tribe. Welcome to the Initiates for the Flame. We are here with that super hot fire. We sitting by that campfire. I'm with my brothers, man. How y'all doing tonight? Chat, what's up with? We're gonna get into some astrology, some coding, and
just some shit for shits and giggles. We here though. Shout out to the family, peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. The Initiates are back at it. Thank y'all for bringing us back in and allowing us this space. My brother just wanted to do something. I told him I had the time, so let's get to it.
Oh, love, we will try to come and save you. It's all just a matter of time. Wake up, won't you listen to
I don't even know what to think.
Wake up from the mountain of the light.
I hope for his sake that the picture is fake.
yeah, it looks like a master artist Photoshop edition right here, but at the same time, who knows?
Yeah, man. I mean, I ain't got no problem if Lil Nas X was your best friend back in the day. Like, I ain't got no problem. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that this the second person in 1 week that they calling industry plant on. Somebody just do something a couple of days ago on Sexy Red. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this, bro.
No shade at all. I'm just, this was the picture that was found of the suspect. We did not create this.
Damn sure did it.
So, well, y'all get to say, damn, they had, But yeah, the reason why I brought this photo up, because we're here talking about the plans. We're here talking about, B. Simone. We brought up her chart just to get into the neck of the wood of things, because we always do an astrological breakdown. We always get into the nitty-gritty of the person's mind, psychology, the understanding of, their expression, the way they perform, the way they create,
Before you finish that thought, play her video about astrology and spirituality.
Oh yeah.
just so they understand why we doing this anyway. Like we're not picking on B Simone.
Right,
She kind of
right.
picked on spirituality. You dig me?
Let's go.
This is gonna be controversial. This is gonna be real controversial, but I don't care. I gotta get this off my chest, and I gotta let y'all know I cannot go into 2025 with people who are still looking forward to their daily horoscope.
B Simone is on the discussion online again. People are calling her out for shading people that practice spirituality and not Christianity. And this has really struck a conversation because B Simone right now creates like Christian content. Hey, people. Hey, beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here, and welcome to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video is about B Simone calling out people that do spirituality, that believes in crystals, that believe in horoscope, that believe just naturally spirituality, the tarot card people. So B Simone came on the internet talking about some of the people she does not want to align with, which for me personally, that is just everybody is stepping into the new year and they are canceling some of the things that they need to cancel out of their life. So B Simone was like, you know what, one of the people she doesn't want around then is people that sit down and wait for their horoscope, that believe in crystal, that does not believe in the Bible, that does not read the Bible and all that. And these aspire up to people really having this conversation of being someone that used to practice spirituality but now turn a Christian. And this has struck another conversation which I'm going to get into of content creators that are switching to Christian content. Like you see people talk about, do makeup with me, the Christian edition type of content, like just really niching down content to fit the Christian part of it, inspiration.
Gonna be real controversial, but I don't care. I gotta get this off my chest, and I gotta let y'all know I cannot go into 2025 with people who are still looking forward to their daily horoscope. I can't do it. This war we fighting, I need some intercessors. Y'all over here carrying around sage? Y'all still got rose quartz. I get it. I used to have the rose quartz in my bra. Like, I'm a fine.
Did it before.
Hey, yeah, this rose quartz, this rock gonna bring me my husband. I get it. I have been there. But what I'm saying is I'm not there anymore. And nothing against the people who believe in that. Just as for me.
I didn't realize my mic was muted. Sorry, chat. I had paused that and I had said she had got on to people talking about, making content towards, certain words. Like, let's say she was saying they were trying to hit Christians. So, like, she said people like, you'd be like, I'm a makeup artist, come do your makeup artist in a Christian way. So, and I was just like, people who learn how to do that SEO typing and YouTube, hit those type of words to hit certain people, communities, and chats. Like, that's how they getting out here. That's how they finding themselves and building their brand. And I wouldn't say everybody's scamming people, but they taking advantage. So it's like you find your niche and you better take advantage of that, because that's how the content is like bringing ways in. Because you got to find title hooks. Those title hooks is what really bring people in to look at stuff, bro. So it's like you can have people who be like plant-based this or frugivore or carnivore diet, or how to work out for a carnivore weight style. It's just all this stuff, man. It's just people are just trying to hit niches and programs and communities to grow, especially grow their brand. So that's just the algorithm, bro.
Yeah, and I think she was hitting on a particular place where there are huge segments of people that feel this way. You know, I don't think he was speaking from a place of um, being the first one or doing anything new. I think she was on a wave and she was riding a high, and she's also a comedian, right? So half-heartedly, part of you would take her seriously. The other part of you probably wouldn't necessarily take her as serious as some people probably do. You know, but yeah, some people just don't gravitate towards talking shit about anything, much let alone spirituality. But spirituality is not something that everybody is into. So I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to let Shorty cook a little bit more, then we're going to break into some stuff.
And what I need in my life, I don't need a tool, I need the blood. So if you ain't covered in the blood, hey, you can't go into next year with me talking about did you read your daily microscope? I don't give a damn about what the horoscope say about Aries. What does Matthew 2:2 say? Can you pray? All them rocks, all them rocks and herbs. Do you know the Bible? Yeah, I'm leaving that in 2024. I'm leaving that in the past.
So she said, do you know the Bible? I'm covered in the blood. So I'm going to attack those two things. The first one is, do you know the Bible? Do you know the Bible talks about astrology? All right. And then when we talk about covered in the blood, ain't that like a pagan phrase?
Yeah.
You know, not trying to like attack, but like we got to realize what we're saying. And
yeah. But what struck me is I just pulled up Matthew 2:2. And Matthew 2:2 is saying, where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. What the fuck?
She just gave us what?
No. Okay.
So when you look at the breakdown, right, they are saying that this is spoken by wise men or astrologers from the east.
Yo, this verse is mystical. It's the Magi's revelation. Wise men who weren't from Israel, but astrologers or star readers from the east. They recognized the birth of divine kinship through the stars. Astrology was used to identify the Christ. The first people to acknowledge Jesus' divinity weren't priests or rulers. They were mystics watching the heavens. His star is in the east, is the sign of a spiritual timing of destiny and the return of divine order. Was she giving us a Easter egg? Like,
that's that plant stuff. See, when you a joker, you got to tell the truth but tell a lie with the one
at the same time.
It's
at the same time.
Back to what we said earlier. When is a door not a door?
When that bitch is a window. Okay. So yeah.
But this is what we have to really like get into. We have to understand, you know, all this information that's being presented from us. But by now, if we actually say we conscious, right? If we say we spiritual, we should be decoding and understanding our Bible. You know,
some reject astrology, but the scriptures themselves don't. The wise still look to the sky for the superstition, but for confirmation of divine events. So let her
can't you look at it like shit, just a microcosm for basically everybody in the world? attaching not to Christianity as a religion or a mystical system, but as the dominant zeitgeist, like the
Mm-hmm.
thoughts, where
Mm-hmm.
90% of Black people is Christians. And
Mm-hmm.
then most, like, so say for instance, you become conscious, right? They was having this YouTube video I was watching, it was saying how most pro-Black women marry white men because they get so smart about Black issues, only to find out that Black people don't give a fuck about the shit that's plaguing them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They rather toss it over to Jesus. They
Mm-hmm.
rather just say shit. Like, I mean, that's just normal now. I mean, it's not nothing to whereas if you gonna run to a random Black person on the street and you say I'm covered in the blood, they ain't gonna look at you like you weird. They'll be
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, that motherfucker is sanctified, anointed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's anointed.
But yeah, I was just saying how like we might conflate Christianity as a spiritual system when in fact it's a methodology for controlling large groups of people.
It is the number one tool of the Jim Crow South. It was the number one tool of the so-called quote unquote colonizers. They would not have been able to implement and to maneuver any of the things that they did without Christianity in their pocket. Like they had to use Christianity. Because how else are you going to confuse the masses? If you don't create the infighting within them, right? These motherfuckers going to unify, and we're not going to be able to handle that.
But we gotta just get through the projection and programming, bro. Projection and programming, because it's like, did you ever pull that one vid back up from history?
Oh, you talking about the Plan B video?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let her finish going. Well, I'll find it.
If you cannot intercede on my behalf with the blood of Jesus and you do not carry the Holy Spirit, you don't carry the Holy Spirit, but you carrying around herbs. If you don't get that dust out of my face and get in that prayer corner and pray for me, I need a friend. I need an intercessor. Jesus, all them rocks and herbs. Do you know the Bible? Yeah.
I've said it once before and I've said it again. When it comes to Christianity, Christians are the Regina George of the religious world. Y'all know I'm not even a B. Simone fan. I'm not even a B. Simone hater, as a matter of fact. So don't take this video response as an attempt to drag you. All I know is when I was a little girl and my grandma had me going to vacation Bible school, I was taught, judge not lest ye be judged. And last time I checked, 3 wise men found the Christ child not by GPS, not by MapQuest, but they chose to follow a star. And that sounds like astrology to me. Even when it comes to these crystals, even God himself says he may find you more precious than rubies, not to mention the talk of sapphires, topaz, and all those good things. Now, the Christian Bible doesn't state that stones specifically have any power, but last time I checked, millions of Muslims travel all over the world just to get to the Black Stone and the Kaaba, which allegedly is used to absorb the sins, and that was given to Adam by the Archangel Gabriel. And we could go on about every yielding herb. Just come outside yourself and do better.
I'm gonna say something because B, you and I have been mutuals for quite some time, which leads me to believe that you followed me before you got to this point within your Christianity, which is fine. But also because you said on Instagram, if somebody wanted to talk about it, that you were open and willing. My problem with this is it's not controversial, it's concerning. Because Christians should be able to lead in love, and that love should be guided or therefore after followed by empathy. So your empathy and your love should have kicked in and told you, oh, if they're checking their horoscope every single day, it's obviously that they're seeking some sort of understanding. I'm wondering, where was your love and your empathy when you said, oh, y'all still carrying around rocks after you said you carried around rose quartz in your bra for 12 years hoping it was going to bring you a nigga? Then you should understand they're operating within the same energy of desperation you were operating in, which should create more room for empathy and less room for judgment. I was wondering where your love and your empathy was when you said, oh, y'all still carrying around them herbs? Today is Christmas, and Jesus was gifted from the wise men frankincense and myrrh. Those are herbs. I get it. There might be things about our practices and our beliefs that you don't understand. That's the reason a lot of us left the church in the first place. God is not a last resort for some of us. He was a first stop. I didn't understand why we celebrated a virgin birth, because based off history in the time period, Mary was in an arranged marriage. She was a child. We celebrate the birth of a child who came from a child. Y'all shame teenage pregnancy in the church, but it's okay if it was the mother of the Savior. That's weird to us, but it's okay for y'all. So in that manner, we let y'all have your beliefs. We don't talk about you unless you come talking about us. As I said, I'm always open to a conversation, but I rather recommend somebody that I think is more qualified to have this discussion with you, which is my mutual, my friend, Christian A. Smith. He is a pastor, but he's also a deconstructionist, because decolonizing Christianity is pertinent for your spirituality. There's never a reason to publicly misunderstand somebody else's beliefs to promote your own. So let me know if you want to chit chat. Either way, Merry Christmas.
Get it. And I used to have the rose quartz in my bra. Like, I'm gonna find me. Yeah, I did.
Rose quartz in the bar, I'm gonna find me a nigga today. Is crazy word. Serpent, who told her to do that?
Listen, man. I don't know any witches that advise that, but it doesn't surprise me. It just
that's like saying I'm gonna put horny gold weed in my drawers, bro.
Yeah, like yeah,
I get Kel Melly and sandals, but horny gold weed in your nuts. I'm like, come on.
I mean, we've all seen some weird shit, bro. Like
your magic.
The Encyclopedia of Herbs tell you to carry around sachets and put shit on different types of places. You know what I'm saying? It's magic. So
yeah, it is.
If she was serious about it, she would have manifested a dude if she really believed that. Because
and that's what her chart says. That's exactly what her chart says. Her chart says that she spoke about, mysticism and spirituality from a standpoint of performative, like she was trying to act as if, she was down with it. That's why when she went to speak out against it, it sounded so weird, because she had been an advocate for it for so long, but her advocation of it was more performative than anything. So if she actually bought into it, like you just said, like if she actually believed in it, like she probably wouldn't be dealing with the silly shit that she's dealing with right now.
There's two things about belief. Those are the things that we choose to believe, and there are things that we are compelled to believe. So a lot of times, a lot of people are leaning on what they are compelled to believe instead of choosing what they believe. That really gives you a lot of reality and power in your life. Because what you choose and what you fixate on, your brain is going to show you those things and give you that. So fixating on your chart is going to be key to break that in your mind.
Lord have mercy.
So it's just crazy, man. That you and it's like this is, when we don't be precise and get through the programming, we end up here.
Dumb shit don't need work. Let them nut all in my guts, and then I go and pop my perk. Plan B. Dumb shit don't. Let them nut all in my guts. guts and then I go and pop my perk. Plan B, them little shit don't even work. Let them nut all in my guts and then I go and pop my perk.
Sorry, chat. My shit was sure I was trying to play it so many times.
Hi,
but-
baby.
That was your playlist, bro?
Nah, bro. I'm saying if we're not getting to the program, that's what we getting stuck into. Like, I was just showing a little vid, man. Like, this is what we in now.
You wrong for that. Why you asking me?
He getting me back for me saying that his man's earlier. That's he I said that's
He picked the perfect time to get you back.
man, bro. I tell you about the guy, man. Yeah, so it's like
I'll ask y'all a question real quick. Y'all
Go
ever
ahead,
had
gang.
y'all ever had a girl fall in love with you before?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Knowing what I know about love now,
just for her to find out she don't really love you, Hood. Yeah.
Nah, just for the moment, even if it was for a weekend, a month.
Yeah.
She was tapped in to your
Yeah.
program.
Yeah.
Was there a limit to what you could do sexually with that girl when she was in that space?
No.
Did y'all break up? Like, did y'all
Yes.
stop talking?
Yeah.
So another nigga was with that girl that basically you smutted out, basically, in the future.
Whoa, wait a minute. Back up. I'm not gonna let you get away with saying it like that.
How else are you gonna say it? I'm just saying.
When you say smut it out, like that's
I'm just saying, like when you love a girl, you smut her out a little bit.
Okay.
You get extra free. Like you test your limits, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is with that song, she's just rapping about the shit that girls do.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't even look at it like, oh, because you done nutted in a girl. You done nutted in something.
And didn't stay with her.
It didn't stay with her. The only difference between us and her is we ain't writing rap songs about the shit.
Yeah, you're right. I don't got 16 bars for this, bro.
Yeah, this is the state of the culture. They just rapping about real shit. These girls getting nutted in and moving on. Like this shit is crazy out here, bro.
Yeah, it is. When you leave it up to the fucking Virgo to put it like that, right? So fucking perfect, right? Yeah, no. No, I totally agree. Hence the reason why I think there's always going to be a lane for people to make music like this.
Facts, because niggas is always fucking. I heard some shit from the 1940s where an old bitch was talking about put it in her cat. No,
Yeah, they got country songs like that. Yeah, they do.
Like, bro, it's sex is what motherfuckers is going to rap and sing about. We just a little bit more overt with the shit in this generation. But I don't agree with the type of music that these hoes is making now, but still at the same time, it's like, what you gonna do? What you gonna rap about? And as dudes, I know we down for that freaky shit, especially, you know what I'm saying? We can get away with it. Just might not rap about it all the time.
Shit, well, I'm gonna get the guys out and look, I'm gonna start rapping about this, man. I'm gonna get this out of here. You know, then we're gonna do the group cipher and we gonna and then at the end of every cipher, we're gonna blow cinnamon into the sky.
Niggas just talking about nutting in bitches in their raps. Like, imagine that shit. I nutted in this bitch. Like, dog, what's up with the world right now? This shit fuck. I nutted in her.
Yeah, man.
What? And this girl's
I hit it
rapping
from
about
the
that
back.
shit. Like, yo.
I mean, you know, they say taking souls and taking backs is the thing, bro. It's like they don't want to gain nothing. They don't want to grow up, you know. So,
Hoes don't want to garden no more. They just want to just go straight into. What was that one shit you played? I'm sick of this nigga nothing in me. Like what? She
Yeah, I was
like
trying.
500 pounds. Like this shit is crazy.
Yeah, dude, we living in the real world right now, man. You know, it's getting serious out here.
All right, I got another question. Right,
What's
that
up?
girl that y'all showed the video for, talking about she tired of niggas nutting in her. Would y'all nut in her? The big girl.
No,
What type of nigga would nut in her though? I'm trying to figure out.
dog,
What
dog.
type
That's
of
A
nigga?
nigga in a bad time. I remember when Kanye said,
nah.
Nah, bro. I've been
Nah.
in bad times.
Niggas
Dog.
ain't
I
gotta be
never.
in bad times to do it with her. Nope. Don't tell
"Hey
that
man,
lie.
I was
Tell
gonna
that
pull out
lie.
a Kanye reference, bro."
Nah, don't tell that lie. I know niggas seeking her out right now. Right goddamn now.
That's crazy. Niggas is nasty for that.
The thing is though, they will use that to cover up to hide they like a person like that. Like a lot of dudes love some BBWs, but they try to lie on it.
That'd be the shit that I'd be trying to figure out. Do they though? Like, do niggas or do they just don't get no ass? So
That's what I'm saying, Bat. They be
The second
they
part. The
do
second
they
one.
like
It's the
her?
second one. It's the second one.
You feel me?
It's the second one. Like this is the conversation that really probably needs to be had more so than the ones that are being had. The fact that you probably could make the case that the majority of dudes that are out there and women probably are out there in relationships and having sex with people they don't even like just because they
Because
need to
they
have
couldn't get
sex.
nothing. Because they couldn't get it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They
More
lame
water?
for real. So you just latch. Come on, baby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My beautiful baby.
Well, I mean that kind of leads into the next part, not to spoil it, but is that why gooning is a thing now? Would you say, Hood?
I think it's altered brain states of consciousness. Like, you know, like
Please. Thank you.
when you keep doing it, you get into a
Mm-hmm.
space where you
Sort of
about to
like
nut
sort
and
of
you
like
stop.
sort of like porn addiction.
I mean, it's I feel like it's more spiritual than like you don't have to watch porn to goon. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
gooning a lot of times is something you can do with your girl. You know what I'm saying? If you can get her to
Facts.
orgasm,
Facts.
you right before she nut, you stop,
Mm-hmm.
chill for a couple seconds, go back in
And that
there.
could be
Oh, I'm
that,
about to
and
nut.
that'll
Stop.
become your thing. Yeah,
Y'all
that'll become your
goony.
thing after that. Mm-hmm.
Y'all goony. Y'all real goony up in that thing. And you know what I'm saying? That's gonna keep the pussy wet when you goon properly.
Facts. Facts.
They ain't ready for that,
Because
OG.
because she anticipating that now.
That's what she knows she not, you know what I'm saying? The thing about anybody, but mainly chicks, is that they get bored with the same old shit. So
Quick. Real
you're
quick.
gonna have to incorporate different shit. So if you've been making her nut,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
cool, go on that motherfucking shit. Now, you know what I'm saying? Play with it a little bit. Like, all right, we're gonna do a gooning session tonight.
The real Taoists, bro, doing the goon sessions, bro.
That's the semen retention that niggas been talking about all this time. It just got a different name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I guess it the real part that probably needs to be fine-tuned is the fact that there's a purpose to gooning, but there's something going on with gooning and the incels, so to speak. Like I didn't know we had an incel problem until I watched Netflix. So
Yeah, I don't feel like we got a go. Well, I don't feel like we got an incel problem. I just feel like niggas cannot get no ass, not no quality ass.
and
You don't
so
know
when
how
you
to
in a
get it,
place where
and
you
you
can't,
can't get it. So what the fuck you
yeah.
supposed to do? You an incel. This bitch. Back to the B Simone shit. She want a nigga that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not amazing, dog. I'm cool. I ain't no fucking millionaire. I'm a regular ass motherfucker, and I don't care that I'm regular. I ain't about to be
Mm-hmm.
more than regular.
Mm-hmm.
Be regular as fuck for a bitch.
And that be the thing though. You get with a woman that you think is above you or out of your league, or you just that way with putting the pussy on a pedestal, and what do? You sell out to do whatever you can to keep her and to be with her.
Exactly. But that ain't gonna work out in your favor.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. She losing respect for you by the minute. And
Every nigga had a girlfriend, and we wish we was still with that bitch, but she ain't wanna fuck with us no more. So you
facts,
got to man the fuck up
facts,
to become a
facts,
better nigga.
Especially
For
when
the
you
next
honest
bitch.
game. When you hit her with that honesty, it's like
So I
you
think
break your production.
I
Unless
think
you
the
get
real conversation is about rejection. How dudes do whatever they can to avoid rejection and feeling that. That is a part of life. You have to go through that. You can't circumvent that feeling. How are you gonna know? How are you gonna gauge yourself against life, bro? Like you have to go through some form of failure.
It's a level. When I was growing up, you had to go through the rejection.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, these bitches is choosing. That's all they doing is choosing.
you gotta
So what's
learn
the
that
point?
choosing.
What's the point of going to a bitch that don't like you and don't have the capacity to like you because she already like who she like?
Facts. The
So it's
hardest part,
like,
I think. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
now I'm saying niggas got to be more attractive and pull women in more than you're gonna get rejected, nigga. It don't matter. These hoes don't have the capacity. First of all, you're a rapist. Second of all,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you're a murderer. Third of all, you're just a horrible guy, bro. You
That's
should
it.
know that.
That's it. You
You know
should
you
know that
suck at
going
life.
in. You should know that going in. You
And
should
then talk
absolutely know
about
that going in.
rejection.
You're
It's
welcome.
par for the course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's raps. Babe, did I leave the charger
Yeah,
at the
and I
crib?
think that's the
I'm at
part.
the gym.
That's the part of society that we don't have
Oh,
enough
damn.
conversations about, because everybody is talking about their
You
feelings and
call them and
shit.
tell them.
Yeah, they don't focus on commitment or something. They get in the realm of how they feel about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
It's upstairs.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's like when
And
you
it's
try to fight and stay with a person, they not focused on commitment. They focus on how they felt about everything.
yeah, and the reality is like a lot of them come into the space just wanting to smash too. That's another thing. Like I think it's harder. A little bit of projection here, but I think it's harder for dudes to deal with the reality of getting with a broad and a broad only wanting to smash them and keep it moving, right? Because it used to be the other way around, like everywhere. But now you got broads that move and operate like that. She might just want to smash and keep it pushing. Are you going to be able to handle and accept that? If you met a John tomorrow, right, and she bad, right, and she was with the shit with you, right, but at the same time, she tells you only for a little while. You're welcome. Are you gonna be able to handle that? Not saying y'all, but I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, is the average dude gonna be able to handle that when he places his value on the size of his John and the money he got in his bank account? You gonna be able to deal with a bad John telling you she just want to smash and keep it pushing?
Saying
But
like,
that's the thing. I feel like that's the thing that was wrong with niggas in the generals. Like, I feel like so the athlete is like, damn, my bitch is bad. My bitch look good. and niggas like, oh, this bitch look good, but nobody has ever come into the conversation like, how this bitch treating you?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't care if she bad, bro. I don't give a fuck what she look like. She gotta treat me
Mm-hmm.
good.
Got to.
She
Like
got
that's number
to.
one on the list, but we never went into situations or relationships like that. We never did. I
It's
don't
like
know if it
not
was
being
a
talked about.
yeah, like I don't know if it was a matter of just not being taught it or just never seeing it. But the reality is like we are raised to believe that we are not supposed to be liked and we're not supposed to get any accolades and all of that. So I think all of that falls in line with it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it if you're not supposed to be celebrated and you never were celebrated, you would never think to even concern yourself with the idea of how someone is treating you.
Right.
Just based off of toxic masculinity, we were all raised that didn't matter. Because if we did think about that stuff, talked about it or complained about it, we were called soft. So there's that. I think about how many things I avoided as a young boy just to avoid the soft label. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about grown men that have never learned how to process their feelings and emotions, well,
But it
you get a
probably
bunch.
saves your but it probably saved your life. And at the end of the day, when it comes to a woman, that's what she wanna know about your experience. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a benefit for
Mm-hmm.
men to have character. Like where most people they ain't been through shit. They got the money, they got the looks, but they not putting two and two together. You ain't been through shit.
That's a fact. Why would I put it back in there? You got to put it back in your hand and put it in your mouth. Come on. You need only half of this, right? Okay. Now it do because you already asked me to change it. Yeah, smart.
But besides that, man, I think that's pretty much everything we hit the going in. Is there anything else y'all want to get into? And for all my people out here, of course, if you haven't got hip yet, get hip now to the Patreon. Our Patreon is up and loaded and running. Go ahead, jump in, get at these tiers, get at the content that's coming out. We got stuff dropping all this week, so be on the lookout for it. Sign up for the Patreon. Of course, there's free memberships and there's tiers where you can jump in. Here you go. I'm bringing up on my screen dizzle. But yeah, make sure you can get in the mastermind tier, you get the initiate tier, and of course, each one goes into items and things you can get for free when you join. I'm not even gonna break them down here. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all get into that. And of course, we got the Moon Day Mystic tier. So really tap in with us. A lot of love how y'all always be checking us out, getting in with us, and staying consistent with us. And everything that y'all do, you know what I'm saying? Y'all make the combos, y'all always commenting, y'all always sharing, so we appreciate it. Really get at the TikTok, You know what I'm saying? We've been on going nuts on there. And you can always join in on the lives to get a reading. People hit me up in my DMs. It's like, yo, when you going live on TikTok, you know, I'm trying to get a reading. So be on the lookout.
Live readings this Thursday and Friday. Live readings Thursday and Friday.
All right, bet. Say no more. I appreciate the trial. Of course, make sure y'all get that spell of fiat. We got more coming with that soon.
And Moonday Mystic and AD is working on his project right now, so we coming down the pike, y'all. We'll see y'all soon. I'll shade to the ancestors known and unknown.
White
Peace.
Red Psychedelic.
Initiates for the flame. You are now programmed to drop dem draws. Have you been maintaining your flame?
You underestimated your child. You underestimated your child.